It's October 9th, 2011, and I'm just going to give you an update on our garden here on this Thanksgiving long weekend here on Salt Spring Island, Canada. So right now it's about 8:30 in the morning, 10 degrees Celsius here, and here's some of my nursery stock palms, locally grown Trachycarpus fortunei. More of them here. Those are all palm trees. I think it's safe to say I can roll up the hose for the season now because we've been getting some rain here and there. So what you're seeing over there are Bulgarian strain palms along the edge. There is a larger sized needle palm there, Rhipidophyllum hystrix, and there is a sable miner in there, larger trachea in there that's recovering. I dug that out from someone's garden and sawed the top off, and lots of eucalyptus trees. There's 30-foot laurel tree there. These ones here are coast redwoods, Sequoia sempervirens, and there's long needle pines there. Cryptomeria japonica, that's about 25 foot, that one, Japanese cedar. And going up here, I'm in my lower garden, by the way. I have a very large garden, so you'll see as I get through this video here. Lots of Araucaria. There's Araucaria arcana, the monkey puzzle tree. Larger ones here. These ones I've been planted in 1988. They're from seedlings. There's a larger one. There's a larger one there. And this is Hypericum in here. I use for a ground cover. St. John's wort. It's evergreen. Pretty much everything I grow here is evergreen. Pseudosassa japonica bamboo. And coming through here, there's an Italian cypress I grew from seed. I had a bunch of those and I gave them away. I got the seed somebody gave me from the Mediterranean, south of France. So eucalyptus trees everywhere, stellulata, and there is that one there is neglecta, and more laurels that I grew from cuttings, by the way. All these were from cuttings. It's 25 foot tall, Anicera natita. There's a large viburnum rotidophyllum in here, leatherleaf viburnum, Osmanthus burkwoodii here, and all of these plants bloom as well. And you're going to see seeded palms in there. There's some palms growing under that eucalyptus stump. I cut that one down a couple years ago. There's a Aurelia lata tree there that's blooming, and those are tall eucalyptus trees. From seed. Here's a Eucalyptus perniana, and in here there's some yuccas. Those are Yucca filamentosa. Lots of Trachycarpus seedlings everywhere, just from scattering seed around. There's more palms, lots of different types of bamboo in there, and more of my nursery stock palms down in there. Another Trachycarpus fortunei palm there, and there's seedlings all through that forest. And we'll go to the mid garden now. So like I say, I'm in the lower garden. I know I only have about 15 minutes worth of video that I can upload on YouTube at a time, so I'll keep this short. So anyway, there's the sable miner. And these are Bulgarian strain Trachycarpus I got from my friend Kirill, the seed, a while ago in Bulgaria. Euphorbia wolfenii. There's the Rhipidophyllum hystrix needle palm. There's the greenhouse that I propagate everything in, 8x12 glass and aluminum halls. That's a great greenhouse from England, and it's amazing what you can grow in there. So here's some of the palms, lots of sable miners, and these ones here from Arkansas, those are zone 7 palms, 7B palms, Trachycarpus fortunei. No problem with the mice in here this year, thank God. Last year they were devouring everything. And I should have a lot of sable miners coming in here. There are some sable Louisiana in there, and there's more sable miners under these ones here. So anyway, that's what it looks like in the greenhouse. Fans going at all time, and I don't heat this greenhouse, by the way. And there's some Arkansas strain palms there. Trachycarpus fortunei, some of my seed grown Trachycarpus fortunei, Trachycarpus tequila around the bottom, and more Trachycarpus fortunei. Some large hebes in here. These ones are over 6 feet tall, and Trachycarpus hybrid palms in here. You can see the leaves are a lot smaller, stiffer. Well, actually these ones are getting quite big, these foliage on these ones. Trachycarpus wagnerianus in there, and there's Nanotile over there that's growing quite well, and lots of seedlings all through here. Bamboos. There's another redwood, that's a Sequoiadendron giganteum. can see the fronds on the hybrid palms there. And there's some vivax bamboo coming in here. And that's Laurus nobilis, which is bay tree. That one there. Lots of Wolfenia euphorbias in here. Yucca filamentosa. Phlomis there that's finished blooming. Jockey seedlings everywhere and yuccas. Eucalyptus perniana. Here's one of my seed-grown palms there as well. Up against a Cryptomeria. And going through here through the lower driveway into the shade. You can see Trachycarpus growing in the shade. They stretch for the light. These are some of my seed-grown ones, and there's even smaller ones down in here. And I even have aspidistras growing under the redwood trunks. Along the side of the driveway, it's just sort of a mix mash of stuff. There's a big Eucalyptus parvula. That's the green form of the Sequoia dendrum, or Sequoia sempervirens, and that's the blue form. So those are coast redwoods, coastal Northern California. Ceanothus here, I've chainsawed most of them down because they're just getting in my way. There's a large Trachycarpus fortunei palm there, female, loaded with lots of fruit. You can see it there. 5 seed stalks on it this year of hybridized fruit and seedlings coming everywhere, and you can see all the babies popping up, but this thing self-seeds profusely. It's just full of seedlings. There's hundreds and hundreds of them all over the place here. Phylostachys aureosilicata there, bamboo. There's some big fig trees in there with a grandiflora magnolia. Lots of euphorbias on the ground there. Here there's geraniums. Senecio grey eyes from New Zealand. These ones are evergreen as well with silver foliage. Evergreen honeysuckle, Henryi, Linacea Henryi. Chamaerops humilis I grew from seed years ago. The Trachy's growing in there. And there's some Yucca recurvifolias. There's a Cytisus batidarii tree, pineapple broom from Morocco. And some big eucalyptus trees here. And this is Garrya elliptica, silver tassel tree, more yuccas. Excuse my firewood pile. And here's the mid garden anyway, that's what I'm in right now. Fatsia japonicas, big ones. And then there's some Choicea ternata. You can see the yuccas there. It's yuccas and native arbutus trees everywhere because they just self-seed. That's Daphne laureola. It grows wild on our island here. It's evergreen. And here's Nandina domestica. These are all Trachycarpus fortunei palms in here, lots of them. And there's aspidistras down in here with Fatsia japonicas, Phylostachys bamboo, Phylostachys bambuzoides. That was sending up some canes right now. Like I say, it's October 9th, so that's timber bamboo. And there's black bamboo Phylostachys nigra in there. Lamium, which spreads like a weed, more hypericum, native sword ferns. And in here there's more laurels. There's citrus here and strelitzia. And there's some big mountain gum eucalyptus trees. Those are 100 feet tall. Dallarium plana. There's Eucalyptus niphophila in there. And going through the jungle here, Kentia palm. That one I leave out as long as I can, and then I bring it in before it gets cold. Trachycarpus fortunei. There's Laurus nobilis, bay tree. And here's a this is an evergreen oak, tan bark oak. This one here from California. There's the Tasmanian tree fern, Dicksonia antarctica. Even have some carnivorous plants right here, Sarracena. They're beautiful. So that's the Dicksonia antarctica there. Large trunk on it. Lots of palms growing around the base. Trachycarpus. I got the screen here to keep the bloody cats out because they scratch it. The trunk, and there is a Chamaedorea radicalis. Fatsia japonica in here with Aspidistra latior. There's Arbutus unido tree here, large Arbutus unido tree here. Strawberry tree, more Fatsias in the back of the house here. Tall eucalyptus trees. And Trachycarpus fortunei palms. Lots of Chinese windmill palms. It's kind of like a jungle in here. And going around, actually here, it's native dogwood there, but Trachycarpus palms down there. And a lot of herbaceous large leaf perennials that the slugs have devoured the Petasites there. And there's, you can see the timber bamboos, many species of eucalyptus trees, and that's Magnolia officinalis. Got the huge foliage on it. And so going up here off the front sun deck, so I've mass planted the palm trees. As you can see, this is Heteromeles arbutifolia, which flowers beautifully. Grew this from seed 20 years ago. Yuccas, elephantippes, and there's myrtle. That's myrtle there, evergreen myrtle. There's cyclamen blooming. They're beautiful. I love the cyclamen. And there's a deer-ravaged Cuba japonica. And these are all Fatsia japonica, Japanese Aurelia. That's Phormium tenax green form, Chamaerops humilis here, Mahonia in the background, tall Mahonia. There's Vivax, timber bamboo, Standa bananas. Yucca gloriosa superba. Here is the Euphorbia wolfenii. Some nice gloriosa superbas down there. Lots of yuccas in here. Stevenson screen where I do my weather. More bamboo over there. There's a tall Cedrus deodora tree there. I planted that one a long time ago as a eucalyptus archer. Tucked in there. Trying to do this as quick as I can. The timing runs out. There's a Dicksonia antarctica, smaller Tasmanian tree fern. Barthoensis, that's Virginia creeper. I've nut back the buds on it so it gets bigger foliage. There's a date palm in there, Phoenix canariensis. Lots of oleanders. There's Brugmansia blooming. Brugmansia candida, angel's trumpet. I just covered up my cactus because now we're going to start getting rain. So lots of cactus in there. And euphorbias in my tiki hut here. I have a large Yucca elephantippes that's been in the ground about 5 years now. Keep it dry in the winter time, that's the key. Bottle brushes, yuccas. There's more Trachycarpus fortunei, large Trachycarpus right there. And Eucalyptus yeomanii. I have about 20 different types of eucalyptus trees here. And more types of bamboo as well. There's another fig tree there. There's hardy citrus there. And here's the Yucca elephantippes. Chamaerops humilis. There's cordyline there. Some nice waggies in here. Beautiful Wagnerianus. Wagnerianus in there. And the kiwis. You can see the kiwis are coming here. Lots of kiwis. Harvest these once we get frost. And this is our upper garden here. There's olive trees in there, lots of trachys. You can see the seedlings here. There's just thousands of palm seeds all over because I scatter seed around. In here, lots of Fatsia. There's lots of bamboos, Lysisteria formosa, Himalayan honeysuckles, which bloom nicely. That one unfortunately dried out when I was in Hawaii. Didn't get enough water, so I'm going to cut that one out of there. There's the Fatsia japonica. And another grove of palms here growing in the shade. Hey, Wallace. So look at that, in beautiful dark green leaves or fronds on them, and those are growing in shade. And more eucalyptus there. And I have to get down there with a chainsaw because I cut a eucalyptus tree and I got to buck it up. But there's a loquat down in there. More palms all through here. That's the back of the forest. And these are large leaf maples. Some of them are starting to turn color. This one isn't yet though. And more jungle garden back here. Lots of palms. Needle palms in there. There's Camedorias, Trachycarpus. This is actually a daycare my wife runs called Jungle Gym, so it kind of gives it the name. There's Fatsias growing in there too. Big Fatsias. And another Fatsia here. And kiwi vines taking over the place. And there's lots of jasmine going through here. This one I don't want. I see some honeysuckle in here. I'm going to have to get my pruners out and cut that out of there. Don't want that crap in there. That's bad news. Honeysuckle. So anyway, that's what the garden looks like on this Thanksgiving long weekend here on Salt Spring Island, Canada.